Hey everyone, John here from 4 Brewers, and I'm back with another beer from my cellar. And I'm here with Carlos, who also brought a beer from his cellar.
Yes, I did.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Not much. So this is what happened. I found my beer, which is the Bourbon County Cherry Rye Brand Stout from 2012. I found it in my cellar. Didn't know I had it. Didn't know I had it.
That's a good find.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is pretty awesome. So I told some people about it, and Carlos was like, I also have a Bourbon County from 2012, but I have the Intelligensia coffee version.
And I actually got this from my buddy Armando when his job used to be based out of Chicago.
Right. So Intelligensia, I guess, is near Goose Island, next door.
Yeah, something like that. And they roasted the coffee for it.
And they're a pretty well-known coffee roaster at this point, I think. Intelligensia is like one of those coffee brands you just associate with coffee automatically.
Yeah.
Like when you say Intelligensia, you just think
a lot
coffee.
more flavorful.
So, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to open both of these. This is my first time having a guest on this show, and it's appropriate because these are both the same Bourbon County Brand Stout, bottled, I guess, the same day, both on 11/12/2012.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
Crazy.
Like we found that out tonight.
Yeah.
So we should probably have 2 glasses. Should we do one at a time?
Yeah, we could do
All right,
that.
we'll do one at a time. So which one should we open first? The coffee or the cherry?
It's up to you. It's your call.
Coffee.
Figures we'll use mine. I'm just kidding.
Here we go. All right, so let's see what this smells like.
You should get bourbon.
You do, but the first thing I got was the coffee, actually.
Yeah, I got coffee.
Not infected. I'm not getting any kind of tart, fruity characteristics from the nose. So
I get
good.
kind of like a fruity coffee kind of smell.
Yeah, in that kind of way, I could totally see that, Smells great, though. It's a really deep, rich coffee. There's some chocolate in there, too.
You definitely get like some dark chocolate in there.
It's not a dusty cocoa. I know I say that a lot, but it's not a dusty cocoa. It's a deep, kind of a rich, dark chocolate aroma you get off of it. There is some booze on there, I think, too. But it's all pretty well balanced, I think. I don't get anything unusual from this. This smells like it should smell.
Yes, this smells fantastic.
I'm going to see what it tastes like now.
Let's try that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
Now that is smooth.
That's very smooth.
Is this? Yeah, this is pre-corporate buyout.
Yeah.
So this is, well, they were 33% ABM Biv at this point, but we'll call them the craft version of Goose Island. But
I had it sitting pretty much in a closet the whole time. So, yeah.
Same with mine. Like I said, I just found it accidentally. So it's got some heat on there. The carbonation is great. I think actually the heat is a little dominant on this one. The coffee.
The heat lingers, but you get the coffee and then like raw, like cocoa nib, like dark chocolate kind of.
Yeah.
Like just takes off, finishes off that way.
It's exactly what you think it would taste like if you've ever had coffee bourbon barrel aged stouts. It's not over the top with the bourbon barrel. It's not over the top with the coffee. But yeah, overall, this is tasting great. I think this could even sit for longer.
A little bit longer
if you have it in your cellar because it's not. There is zero oxidation on this. Usually, I always expect oxidation from bourbon barrel aged stouts. Or stouts in general, for some reason.
Yeah.
And this
I'd be careful with certain stouts, but me personally, like the bourbon counties that I've had like in the past, I haven't opened none of this year's infected stuff. I haven't reached anything but opened to 12, opened to 13, opened to 14, and they're all good. The 12 barley wine and the 14 barley wine was tasting fantastic too.
Yeah. This is tasting great.
This is tasting fantastic.
Very happy with this.
Yes.
I think we should open the cherry next. Okay, so now I guess we should try the cherry rye version, which is my bottle. So pop it open, man.
I open your bottle.
Pour yourself first since I took your first pour too. So right off the bat, this one has less carbonation. It's very evident. It had some bubbles coming out of the bottle, but they just burned off really quick. Yeah. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's take a whiff.
This one, I do get the cocoa powder, like you say.
The dusty cocoa?
Dusty cocoa. I do get that. And I get like like a faint, which is maraschino cherries or whatever.
Yeah, it's not there. It's
I get a little bit of like.
Yeah, it's a maraschino.
Yeah, maraschino cherries. Yeah,
but it's not as much as I thought, and that's I think is a good thing because cherries and bourbon barrel aged stout sounds good on paper, but a lot of breweries tend to go over the top with it, and they'll just dump a whole bunch of cherries in their beer, and it smells like cherry, but then it tastes like
really tart
cherry chocolate.
Yeah,
and maybe some people like that.
I remember when I got the Bell's, I was trying to find it. I was in Arizona and I flipped out because that's before it came out here. The Bell's cherry stout, and when I opened it, it's a great beer, but it was just I wasn't expecting the tart.
Yeah.
The tartness of it.
And then there's breweries like Sam Adams who makes like a cherry wheat.
Yeah.
That is full on cough syrup.
Yeah.
So that's like the extreme of like wrongness with cherries. This, I think, what I got off the nose is nice. It's you can just smell it in the background and it's good. But yeah, man, there's like no head. It's just, it almost looks still. It's just.
And I'm not getting much bourbon on the smell either.
No, I get a little oxidation, I think, just a little bit. It's the coffee version had it was definitely more interesting on the nose than this one is. I get some sweetness. I do get a little bit of chocolate, maybe a little bit of that dusty cocoa thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Let's go for it.
Definitely has some carbonation on it.
Wasn't expecting that.
The cherry character comes out a lot more in the flavor.
Yeah.
You get that. Are we saying it right? Maraschino?
It's maraschino cherries.
You definitely.
The dessert cherries.
It tastes like, there you go. It tastes like dessert cherries.
The cherries actually kick you right at the very end. Like right now, like I'm getting the sweetness of the cherry.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Let me see. I get like a weird cinnamony nutmeg kind of flavor in the middle.
Yeah, I get that.
It was kind of weird, but yeah.
Definitely, it's cherry dominant though.
I'm not getting much bourbon.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm not getting any of the actual beer character from it. Maybe it's because we had it after the coffee version, and I don't know. But I feel like it should have more beer characteristics, and this is just way too much cherry. No, I shouldn't say that. It's too much cherry for myself. I don't like.
Yeah. It would be great on some ice cream.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bad though.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just.
It's good.
It's cherry dominant. It's
not as good as I remember it. I've had it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not as good as I remembered. I remember a little bit more of the bourbon, and it could have fell off, just from the years. But
you would think that the fruit would fall off first, though.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and that's what I thought when I first smelled it. Like maybe since I didn't get a whole lot of cherry on the aroma, that it was going to be subdued on the flavor, and it's the opposite. It's pretty big. So I guess what they're going for, they succeeded because it tastes like a cherry stout.
Yeah.
As far as a cherry rye Bourbon County Stout,
I'm not getting much of the rye.
Yeah, it's kind of one dimensional.
Yeah.
So
maybe we should cuvee it with the coffee.
That sounds good to me. So now we have the cherry coffee Bourbon County Brand Stout from 2012.
The cherry coffee rye.
Let's see what's going on with this. That's pretty fucking good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That actually, the coffee version brings all of the elements that were missing from the cherry version back. And it subdues the cherries on the flavor.
Yeah.
And the coffee, I think, is subdued from the cherries too. So
it kind of balances itself out.
That was a good call, man. So I think we learned that the coffee version was the best.
Yes.
Cherry version, if you have one, maybe you should open it. Yeah, drink it now.
Yeah.
And if you have both,
blend them.
Cuvée the fuck out of it.
Fuck yeah.
So that's one less beer in our cellars.
Cheers.